What's up, y'all? We are back with another Transforming Rollie after show where we recap the episode and break down all the moments that happened in this week's episode and talk about them with you, right? So excited you're here. Welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button right below this video and click the bell icon as well to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a beat, okay? Also, join the conversation, get in the comment section. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on episode 2 of season 1 of Transforming Rollie. So it is very important that you get in the comment section and let your voice be heard, okay? Don't forget to also click that thumbs up button and like this video. That helps me get into that YouTube algorithm so more people like your beautiful self can watch or can find me, right? We can keep growing the family over here. We can keep expanding. More people can find us when you click that like button. So I really, really appreciate that. Last but not least, if you want to join the Damien After Dark movement and donate to the channel, in the description box below will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and even Zelle. I will also post my Amazon wish list down there if you would like to take that route and send a gift. Please be mindful that if you leave a super chat, YouTube will take 50% of the money that you donate, okay? So if you send $10 through a super chat, YouTube's going to take 5. Just saying. So, before we begin with the recap of episode 2, because I know some of y'all have been saying you haven't been watching the episode. You've only been coming to get the recap. I got you. I'm here for you, right? I'm going to, because I know some of these shows are hard to watch because they're not that great. They're poorly produced. So that's why I'm here to give you the tea on what's going on and fill you in, okay? But before we begin, if you haven't already, check out my Now That's TV recap of Playboys, New Orleans. A lot of you were telling me, Damien, you need to go check out South Central Playboys. Well, I never got around to it, so I said, let me start Playboys New Orleans, which is the second season, the second installment of this series of the Playboys, which is kind of like a Bad Boys Club type show. If anybody's interested in that, it's on Now That's TV, which is like Zeus, kind of like a Zeus type app. I did recap episode 1. If you guys are interested in that and you like that kind of content and you enjoy the recaps, let me know in the comments on that video and I will, or this video, and I will continue making the Now That's TV Playboy content, okay? The Bad vs. Wild recap is coming, and also this next Sunday, we will be starting the Baddies Caribbean after shows, okay? I haven't decided if I'm going to do them live or not. I think I might do them live because I do miss talking to you guys a lot. So yeah, stay tuned for the Baddies Caribbean after show. That's coming Sunday. All right? Yeah. This episode is sponsored by Eris Health. So if you like to smoke the marijuana like I do, get you these premium blue rolling papers, okay? These are great because they're vegan, they're non-GMO, they're unbleached, okay? And these are great because they're king size. You can get you a box right now on their website. Just Google Eris Health, A-E-R-I-S. It'll bring you up to their website. First link is their website. You can also follow them on Instagram at Eris_health, which I will show you guys. Eris rolling papers is 100% organic, unbleached, and burns with no flavor, allowing the full enjoyment of your favorite strains and terpenes. Our company is dedicated to cultivate a substantial future that leads to social and economical improvements in the community. There is their hashtag Eris Health, AERIS_HEALTH. You can see my little bit of weed right there. They also have candles and a diffuser as well. So thank you, Peter. If you guys watch Real Housewives of Miami, you know Alexia. She has a son named Peter. This is his brand. So go check it out and support it. I've been smoking on these for a while now. He sent me quite a bit, and I love them. They're great. Last but not least, for all my crackers out there, no shade, y'all. For all my white folks, if you're ghostly and if you're pale and you need to get your glow on this summer. Please also check out my best-selling self-tanning gel in 2020. This won the best self-tanning gel in the world, okay? It won an award for that. I'm telling you, doesn't streak you, doesn't turn you orange. You can use it with, you can put it in your hands and use it, put it on like a lotion. You can use it on your face and get that gorgeous glow that you've been trying to get in the tanning bed or laying out in the sun. Except laying out in the sun and in tanning beds are harmful. We know that, right? But this is not. This is good for your skin because it's got vitamin E and avocado oil in it. So it's going to nourish your skin. If you're interested, links in the comments, link is in the description box below, okay? Whew, that was a mouthful. I'm tired. Already 5 minutes in. I'm tired. I'm sorry, y'all. I know we had to get our little ads in, okay? We had to get our little ads in. We got to pay the bills around this bitch. I told y'all, YouTube, I'm hoping that YouTube can become my full-time job. I'm hoping I can quit my regular job in the future and do this full-time with the help of you guys. So thank you for supporting me. It already is my part-time job. So we gotta get the ads in, right? So let's get into the episode. All right. So Rollie is done with her first treatment, right? She went to get a fat transfer, I believe. They took fat from her stomach and put it in her ass, if I'm not mistaken. So she did that treatment. They told her that she can't sit on her ass for 6 weeks. So, you know, she's going, instead of doing all these surgeries in one day, like some people apparently do, she's kind of splitting these surgeries up and going back and forth from the doctor to get these different procedures done. So after she gets the first one done, she goes back to her hotel. You know, Zeus has put her up in this really nice hotel in downtown Atlanta, right next to the Skyview Ferris wheel. If you've been to Atlanta or you live in Atlanta, if you know, you know. You know the Skyview Ferris wheel, you know downtown. So they got her put up in this nice hotel, right? But they got Rollie walking around in this hotel with a diaper on, child. Now listen, I know this may be standard protocol when you get a BBL. You might have to wear a diaper or whatnot. But I just feel like some things we don't need to see. Some things y'all could have edited out. Like, y'all didn't have to show that girl walking around in that hotel room with a dirty diaper on. And yes, bitch, it was dirty. It was dirty, okay? I don't know if y'all saw what I saw, but there was like a blood stain in it, which, of course, she's having a surgery, a procedure. She's been poked and prodded on and cut open. Of course, she's going to bleed, right? But you can see like blood stains in the back of the diaper. You can see like brown stains in the diaper. I don't know if that's dry blood. I don't know if that's shit. You know, I don't know what it is. But I'm just like TMI here. Like, can she get a few moments in her hotel room without y'all like filming every little thing? Like, I don't know. I just didn't want to see it. I kind of turned my head. I didn't care to see it, to be real with y'all. Like, can we please? I don't care how big you are, skinny you are, little you are, pretty you are, ugly you are. I don't want to see nobody in no stained diaper. Like, that was nasty. I don't know. That's just me. Like, at least to that extent. Now, I know some of y'all like to see the gory blood procedures, cut open stuff. You know, some people like that stuff. And I'm not judging. More power to you. Shout out to you, Brandy. Brandy, one of my subscribers. She was talking about how she likes watching this kind of shit. And that's, you know, some people do. I think I have a weak stomach. I'm just a pussy when it comes to shit like that. I'm like, ugh, you know. Now, shout out to any of y'all. Ladies, gentlemen, they, them, she, her, he, whoever. Shout out to anybody that wants to get a BBL, wants to get, you know, go under the knife, get anything to enhance your physical appearance. I'm here for it. Okay? I firmly believe that if you don't feel good about, just like, you know, people that don't feel good about themselves or their weight, they might go to the gym. If you don't feel good about your nose, bitch, go get it shaved down. If you don't feel good about your teeth, go get you some veneers, ho. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I feel like we as a society at one point, and even up until, even in today's time, we sometimes shame people for their plastic surgeries. Now, I know some people get shamed because their plastic surgery looks bad, but other people get shamed for simply doing it. Oh, you're fake. You got all these surgeries done. Look at the Kardashians. You know, we've shamed them for years. Oh, these fake bitches, the fake butts, the fake this, fake that. But my thing is, if it makes you happy and it makes you feel good right here, I'm all for it. Do it. Right? Do it. Shit, 'cause we only got one life to live. Who the fuck wants to live their life to please other people? No thanks. But I say that to say about shout out to anybody getting BBLs, because I say that to say because the BBL, when you get a BBL, you can't sit on your ass for 6 weeks. And that to me sounds miserable. That to me sounds like human torture, because to be honest, it doesn't even seem humanly natural. Is that a word? Humanly natural? It doesn't even seem humanly natural to not sit down for 6 weeks. Like, aren't like I is that? I don't know. Like, I just feel like at some point you would accidentally sit down, or maybe if you were laying in bed and sleeping, you might roll over. Like, I would roll over and lay on my back, for God's sake. Or maybe it's the pain. Maybe the pain in your butt, you'd be like, oh, and turn back over. I don't know. Or I feel like, what if you fell on your ass? Like, I don't know. It just seems so, like, I guess it's true what they say, beauty is pain, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I want to get, like, I thought about, like, I'm 30 now. So in the future, in the next few years, I want to get a little Botox, probably in my forehead, because I have some forehead wrinkles. But that's probably as far as I'll ever go. Or maybe I thought about veneers, but I don't know. I kind of like my natural teeth too. So, that's probably as far as I'd go. The BBL though, yeah. I don't know. What don't y'all think? I wonder if ass shots would be easier. I imagine just getting some shots in your ass and it inflating. That would be a lot easier than going under the knife, not being able to sit down for weeks, having to use a butt pillow. Listen, my tall ass, I'm a klutz, okay? I don't know about anybody. I don't know about anybody else, but my 6'2" tall ass, I'm a klutz. I be falling over shit. Bitch, I be like a stripper on her first day at the job, hoe, on stage. Timber! You know, so I would bust my ass. I would bust the implants. I'd bust the booty fat. I'd bust it all. Now, Rollie has to lay in the back of a van everywhere she goes. She has to lay in the back of a van or an SUV. They have to put the seats down, and she has to lay on her stomach like she's on my 600-pound life. Y'all know that show, My 600-Pound Life, where those people that be so big, they have to be transported in like vans and SUVs, and they have to put the seats down, and they have to like literally lay there because they can't fit in the seats. Well, that's what Rollie was doing. Not that she couldn't fit in the seat, but because she couldn't sit on her ass. So she had to lay on her stomach. So they got her propped up in the back. They got her propped up in the back on her stomach so she can be transported. And at this point, she's going back to the doctor's office. Now she's going back to the doctor's office to get her get the drainage done. I guess that's where you drain all the fluids and the blood and the, whatever. I don't know. They just draining some stuff from her body, right? I don't know why I feel like a little. It's not really pain. I feel like a little something right here. It's not really nothing there. It's just kind of painful. Like, it's tender to touch. I don't know what that is, but so yeah, back at the doctor's office, I told y'all that 85% of this show was going to be Rollie laying on a slab, getting cut open like she's Cajun turkey deli meat at Publix in the back, bitch. So, we're going to see a lot of her at this plastic surgery center being poked, prodded, cut open, sliced, diced, and everything in between. So she goes back, and she's on the table naked. She's got this sheet on her. And baby, when I tell y'all, For those of y'all that don't watch the show and you just come here for the recap, when I tell y'all that they got Rollie exposed, ass, titties, bussy, booty, head, shoulders, knees, toes, like, we can pretty much see it all. Now, they got her little cooter cat blurred, and they've got pasties on her nipples, but everything else we are seeing. We are seeing it all, okay, in its full glory. Thighs, everything. Now, one of my subscribers last week said it best on the premiere episode. In the comments, one of y'all said that the whole place was sketchy and weird and scary, that it gave off the vibes from that horror movie called Hostel. Have y'all ever seen that movie, that scary movie called Hostel? If you haven't, Google it or go watch it and you'll see what I'm talking about, because it's like, I think it's like about a Russian hostel. You know what a hostel is, right? Like a hotel, kind of. And anyway, yeah, that's the vibes that I get off of this Gold's Plastic Surgery Center. No shade to anybody that's Russian, but these Russian folks that run this surgery center are shady as fuck. They give off the weirdest vibes. They give off the weirdest looks. I don't know why I want to tell Rollie, blink twice, sis, if you in danger, because Rollie's just acting like everything is okay. And yes, thank you. I love it here. It's great. Oh, this is the best thing ever. Like, girl, cut it. Cut it. Cut it. You're scared. You know, I'd be scared too. These people have reputations of the devil, allegedly. I mean, to me, it's coming, like, the more I watch this, it's coming off that the rumors are true about them being a chop shop, in my opinion. I'm not saying that the rumors are true, but in my opinion, after watching this, I could see why there are so many rumors about dangerous things happening there. People being hurt. I'm not saying, I don't know if I'd say intentionally, but it's because it's the lack of care, the lack of medical care and awareness, and, you know, nobody's wearing personal protective equipment. Nobody has PPE on at all when they're doing these medical procedures. It's just dangerous. Like, I'm thinking staph infection, gangrene, something, you know. And no shade, but all the employees there look and act shady as fuck. Maybe to the I would say maybe the only black girl that works there, I would maybe say an exception to her. Somebody was shading her last week because she had a missing tooth right here, and they were like, "Oh, well, it's shady because, you know, well, they got some girl working there with a missing tooth." I mean, I don't want to judge her off of that. And to me, you know, it was more so the Russian people there that made it shady to me. Everybody else there, it was just, I don't know. The employees there, it gave weird vibes to me. It just, something was off. Something is off about that place. Like, I don't know. Does anybody know anyone that's went to Gold's Plastic Surgery before? Now, at this visit where she's getting the drainage done, I have to turn my head again, because, bitch, I'm screaming. They got Rollie laying up on this slab, and they got that long-ass specter-looking stick, that long-ass rod that they're sticking in her. I mean, it blows my mind, because they just, like, you don't see anyone cut an incision or anything. They just take this long rod and poke it in her stomach, and it pierces straight through her skin. And then you see fluids coming out of her stomach. And I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And it's not a weight thing, y'all. I don't want people to think, oh, Damien, you know, you're fat phobic. Or it's nothing to do with that. It could be somebody as skinny as me up there, and they poke it and prod in their stomach and fluids coming out. I don't want to see it. Now, granted, I knew that when I recapped this show and I watched it, that I was going to have to see some things like this. However, The way that these doctors go about it, it just does not seem board certified at all. It does not seem medically professional at all. This seems like you would go in somebody's backyard and just let your neighbor work on you. This is what this seems like to me. It looks like they pulled up to any random neighborhood, went in some lady's backyard, and let them give them a BBW. Or a BBW. Listen to me. A BBL. I'm tired, y'all. It's like, what time is it? It's almost 4 a.m. here. I'm tired, so y'all bear with me. But yeah, so while they're sitting there, poking and prodding and Rollie, doing this whole drainage thing, you've got multiple people sitting there. The doctor, the nurse, the Rollie's booking agent is literally sitting there on her phone. Nobody's wearing a gown. Nobody's wearing a mask. I don't see gloves or personal protective equipment, PPE. You know, you got the full camera crew in there with their street clothes on. Nobody's wearing their gowns in with the camera crew I mean, safety hazards everywhere that I look. Like, that's why I said gangrene. That's why I said staph infection. That's why I said, germ. Like, we got open wounds. We got outdoor clothes. We got no mask. It's just a nightmare. It's a nightmare. And why did nobody say nothing? Why are they letting this girl do this? I don't know what to think, because I've never seen anything like this. I'm flabbergasted. I'm floored. I'm stunned, bitch. I'm disgusted that they're doing this to people and profiting off of it by allegedly botching people. I don't know what Rollie looked. I mean, the pictures that we've seen of Rollie, she looked good. Okay, so I'm not. If you want to go to Gold's Plastic Surgery, by all means go. I'm not saying they botch everyone, but allegedly they botch folks. Allegedly they're a chop shop, and we see on this show how they operate. No masks, no gowns, doors wide open. Anybody can be in there. I see why so many people in general, not just at goals, but in general, don't come out of these type of situations. I see why people don't come out of these type of situations, because they're dangerous. And Rollie is laying there trying to smile through it. She's trying to smile through it, and the Russian doctor is sitting there like, are you okay? Are you okay, Rollie? Are you? I can't do a Russian accent. Are you okay? And she's forcing a smile, and they're like, thank you. Thank you. I'm so proud of you, of this surgery. I'm so thankful for you guys. Thank you. Rollie, sis. Like, look, I said this last week. I'm not a doctor, but when getting rid of drainage, for anybody that knows or maybe have done this before, do doctors just squeeze your body and rub the blood, like squeeze the blood out with their hands and just rub it down your body? Like, that's what they were doing. They were squeezing her fat and oozing this liquid out, and then they'd wipe it down. Like, they'd squeeze it out like this, and then they'd wipe it down her body. And I'm just like, I thought drainage was done with like tubes and shit, And then also, I'm no esthetician, but since when do doctors give chemical peels? Is that normal? Did y'all notice how the doctor, like, before Rollie left, he like started rubbing some stuff on her face, and he was like, I'm going to give you a chemical peel. I'm like, well, goddamn, bitch, I can get a BBL and a chemical peel all done in the same day. Ass fat, face flawless. Let's go. Have you ever gotten a chemical peel at your doctor? That's the first time I ever heard some shit like that. Now, Rollie gets back to her hotel after the whole drainage thing, and apparently they send some of the medical team over there to continue the drainage process. So she leaves the doctor, she gets a few hours off to go eat and do her thing, and then they do the whole drainage thing again at her hotel. They come to her hotel. And we see Big Sexy and Gutta K come over to see her. Come check on her. And, Rollie's talking to them. They're asking how she's doing. They're asking how it's going, how she's feeling. She says that she needs to stay off the internet for a while, and she's going to stay off the internet for a while, which I think is a good idea. She's so focused on her physical well-being and her physical health right now that I think, she's kind of skipping out on her mental health and worried about what people have to say about this whole surgery and whatnot. And she says when she came out in March of last year and told everyone that she was getting this surgery, that everyone was so supportive and was cheering her on, only to tear her down later, as she went about it, which I think a lot of that had to do with people watching Baddies East. They were watching Baddies East as they're hearing about the surgery thing, and, people kind of turned on. Or I feel like Rollie was going to have her surgery. People were cheering her on. Then they started watching her on Baddies East, and they were getting a sour taste in her mouth. And some of the fans flipped on her. And I think that's more so what happened. I don't think they just flipped on her out of nowhere because of her weight. I think a lot of people just turned on Rollie because they fell out of love with her and they didn't like what she had to offer anymore. I'm not one of those people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those people. Because like a lot of people, Rollie still has fans. I support her. I'm one of her supporters. I still like Rollie. She does things I don't like sometimes, but she's still one of my favorite baddies. And I do hope that she does come out on top with this surgery and feels better and looks better, feels better about herself, most importantly. And I hope she's doing this for herself and not other people, because fuck what other people have to say. You got to feel good with you in the long run, right? So live your best healthy life, Rollie. Big Sexy. Now, I didn't know who Big Sexy was until I watched this show. Now, I've heard of him, and I've kind of seen rumblings of him on the gram, on social media. But I guess he's just like an influencer. Maybe he done reality TV before, that type of thing. But I feel like I really like him, and I like his energy. And I feel like every girl needs a gay, or not even just every girl, every guy, every gay. Everybody needs a gay best friend like Big Sexy. I like him. He's got positive energy. He's uplifting. He's supporting Rollie. He's giving her words of encouragement. He's just got this aura about him where I feel like you want to be around him, right? You want to be around that energy. Everybody needs somebody in their corner that's going to, yes, bitch, cheer you on, right? Now, Rollie goes back to the doctor for her third time, and this time she goes back for chin lipo. So we know that Rollie's got like a little bit of a double chin right here. So she's going back to get that removed, which I was like, ooh, now how does that work? And I'm just yet again amazed that people can get this done while wide awake. She got her double chin removed while wide awake. That's modern day medicine for you, I guess, right? And listen, I had to turn my head for that one too. Because yet again, they had that long specter, that big long stick. And instead of sticking it in and out of her belly, they had it in her double chin, bitch. And they're going in and out of her chin like. And again, you see fluid oozing out. And I'm just like, oh my God. I know I'm being dramatic, but oh my God, I can't handle it. I respect Rollie 100%, but I'd have to go the old-fashioned way and do exercise or a lap band or a diet or something. I could not go this route. I don't care how much money. I don't care how many shows they gave me. I don't care how much clout. This shit looks like something out of a horror movie. That's just me, though. That's my opinion. Rollie, take whatever route is best for her, because she gets so butthurt on the show talking about people telling me, why don't you do the lap band? I'm doing it the way I want to fucking do it. Do it the way you want to do it, sis. We all just looking back like. Now, here's something interesting to note in this episode that I noticed. Was after she did the whole drainage thing at the doctor, She goes back to her room, right? And a masseuse comes over to give her lymphatic drainage massages, just pretty much help her through this whole drainage process and get everything drained and out and good, right? So this masseuse comes over, and the masseuse happens to be the nephew of Dr. Sebi. And if you know anything about Dr. Sebi, he was that herbalist, that man who believed in natural medicines, natural healing. He had allegedly cured cancer, HIV, herpes, things like that through what they call the alkaline diet, which is pretty much eating no sugars, starches, dairies, things like that. Things that have what's that word in it? Things that have I forget what it's called, but pretty much it's this certain diet that helps cure things naturally. And Dr. Sebi was known for that. And his nephew is this masseuse that comes over. And apparently, his nephew is following in Dr. Sebi's footsteps and teaching people natural remedies and natural ways to heal your body, which I find interesting. And I'm actually very interested in all of that. I wish we could have gotten more from him out of that. But what I thought was interesting about him is when he came over to give Rollie her massages, and he was helping her take off her bodysuit and whatnot and her bandages. He said, quote, "Oh, wow, she put the tape over the incision." Almost like he was in disbelief. He was in disbelief. He was like, he was kind of shocked to find that they had put her bandages over her incision, which I guess you don't want to do that, so you can let it breathe, maybe. I guess that's what that is. But I just thought that was interesting. Another red flag, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're supposed to put bandages over incisions, okay? But based off of the masseuse's reaction, it just kind of further went down into that narrative that this is some hood plastic surgery center in the back streets, in a back alley somewhere, putting concrete in your booty. I'm just kidding. I ain't putting concrete in nobody's booty. Let me not get sued up here. I'm just being dramatic, but y'all get the drift. Now, Rollie asked the masseuse as he's massaging her, "Do you think I should have lost more weight before I did this?" And he says, yes. He tells her that she should have. Now, I also thought that was a little interesting, coming from somebody who works in this profession and deals with people with weight issues and things like that. And a lot of people have said that, Rollie should have lost a little bit more weight before she done that. I personally would have, had I been in her shoes, only because I would have wanted to do it under the knife, or I would have wanted to do it under anesthesia. Y'all ain't doing y'all ain't doing nothing with me while I'm wide awake, bitch. You ain't even feeling a cavity while I'm wide awake, okay? Much less poking and prodding me and cutting me open. So, but I think Rollie was more so in a rush. That's why she didn't want to do it. She wanted to take the easy route. She wanted to take the quick route. But all this that she's going through, this whole surgery, is a long process that's months long. So I feel like she could have gotten the same results through diet, exercise, lap band, whatever other outlets that there are, right? She mentions that her son has been very supportive. And this was one of the things I liked about this episode, was that she did talk about her son a little in the episode, right? She says that he's been very supportive, that he told her that, look, if you want to go on a diet, I will go on a diet with you. I'll eat everything that you eat, and we can do this together. I liked hearing that. I thought that was sweet and that was nice, and we kind of got a sense in this episode of their dynamic, what their dynamic was like, because in the trailer for this show, we see a snippet of her son laughing at her. And a lot of the fans and a lot of the viewers thought that her son was laughing at her in a comical way, or like a make fun of her way, or like a teasing his mother, or like not respecting his mother type of way. But I don't think that's what the case was. So a lot of people, I believe, were looking forward to seeing maybe something tumultuous between Rollie and her son. However, she says something different because Big Sexy is over at the hotel while the masseuse is there. And, you know, they're all hanging out. They eating crab legs and having a good time. And Rollie says that her son is 15 years old. And she said that she had him at 15 years old. And I was like, okay, I didn't know Rollie was 30 years old. So we're the same age. And she says that he's 15. And Big Sexy asks her how. I like that Big Sexy asks her this because I was actually wondering this same thing. He asks her, how does your son feel about you being famous and being on Baddies? And she said that he loves it and he supports her and he supports her in everything that she does. And she says that they grew up together because she was so young when she had him at 15 years old. So they kind of grew together. So I just love to hear that. I felt like that was something different. You know, I was like, thank you, Zeus. These are the things that we want to see. We need more of this. Less of the poking and prodding and the drainage and the blood. Like, can we see less of that? Like, I want to see Rollie's mom. I want to see her dad. Where's her baby's father? Is he in her life? Have the son around more. Why didn't we film scenes at her house? You know what I'm saying? Back in Vegas. Things like that. I think these kind of moments that we see tonight make Rollie more relatable. I think people like to see these type of things more than the sides of Rollie that we've seen, where she comes off like a bully to some of y'all. So I would much rather see, you know, these type of things. But that was the end of that episode. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. So make sure you get in the comment section below and let me know what you thought of episode 2 of Transforming Rollie. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Like this video. And if you want to donate to the Damien After Dark movement, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I will also post my Amazon wish list for anyone that chooses to take that route. Please be mindful that if you leave a super chat through YouTube, that YouTube will take 50% of the money that you donate, okay? Just a little reminder for you all. Stay tuned for the Baddies Caribbean after show next week, only on Damien After Dark. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be a party over here, okay? So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you got your post notifications turned on. What else? Stay tuned for Damien After Dark, the podcast, coming next month in May. I'm so excited. We're going to be having a ball each and every Sunday night doing that. Stay tuned for more vlogs. Much more coming this year, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Please remember that you guys are so important. You're so special. And I want you to remember to wake up every day and follow your dreams. Follow your dreams, believe in yourself, and follow your heart. As cliche as it sounds, we only got one life to live. This is not a dress rehearsal, baby. Okay? And the show must go on. So wake up every day, put your best foot forward, manifest your dream life, think positive, say your affirmations, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm beautiful, I'm happy, I'm going to have a great day today, I'm going to do great things. Tell yourself that every day. And it's bound to happen. It's got to happen, right? So, with that being said, promise me that you'll always what? Put yourself first, okay? Promise? I love you guys. We'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. Bye.